And we thought the Upchurch family only had 4 members. Well, we were wrong, because now it has 5. And you're going to hear all about the 5th member of the Upchurch family on this edition of Grace Notes. Welcome, Upchurch family. Thank you for agreeing to be part of this Grace Notes series. I'm so glad to see you. I've been seeing you for the past 2 weeks, but we haven't really had much of a chance to talk. So I know people at church are going to want to know, what has the Upchurch family been up to since March? And Andrew, I know you're the most excited person in the bunch. So why don't you tell us sort of what you've been doing since March in school and how that's changed or not changed?
So like in March we went virtual and it wasn't that fun. It was pretty bad.
It was fun for me.
And then the summer we didn't really do much, and then in August we started back in person. The first day of school we were in person,
Okay.
but we had to wear masks.
And then now can I talk?
No,
sure.
not yet. Not yet. Not yet, just a second. Where do you two go to school?
Whitfield.
Whitfield, which is in?
It's like near Atlanta.
I have really no idea what it is.
It's like
Smyrna.
5 minutes from our
Mapleton.
house.
So
Yeah.
you've been in person all this school year since the fall, and wearing masks.
Also, another thing we've been up to is we got a kitten.
Okay, well,
Hang on a second
it's not your
about the
turn
cat.
yet.
Hang on a second about the cat. Because my daughter wants to hear all about the cat. Actually, that's probably all my daughter's interested in. When she watches this, she's going to want to know about Charlotte's cat. So now both of you are in person. Yeah. And is the class size as big as it used to be, or did they make it?
They're about the same.
I
About the
have
same?
17 people in my class, but one's virtual.
Yeah, I have like 16.
Okay.
So same amount.
How do you do lunch?
Well, I sit outside.
Well, for my lunch, we have a new building, and we go, and for the lower school, we have a new building. We go in the cafeteria, and there's X's where you can sit down, so we're 6 feet apart, and we're not allowed to talk without our mask on. And when we put our mask on, when we're finished eating, we're allowed to talk.
Now, do you go in the food line and they serve you, or do they give you your...
We go in the food line, and we get our trays, and we can put sides on there if we want. And then we get our drinks, and we sit down.
So that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
that bad.
not that
Yeah.
bad.
You guys spend a lot of time outside. You have mass breaks and things like
Well,
that.
I have
great.
a recess, and at the new building, we have new playgrounds, and we have swings.
So what about sports? Do you guys play sports?
Yes.
I used to play tennis, I used to play soccer, I used to do ballet, and that's all.
Well, why do you say used to? Because of COVID, or just because you're not interested?
Just because I'm bored of it now.
Well, let Andrew talk about the sports he's done
Yeah.
this year.
Oh,
I did cross country.
he's doing tennis.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I did cross country, and that ended like beginning of October, and then now I'm doing tennis, which will end pretty soon.
And you don't wear masks, right?
Yeah, we don't wear masks.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good social distance sport to do cross
Yeah.
country.
I guess you can't
Tennis,
huddle
too.
up together without masks
Now
on,
can we
but you
talk
can
about
run.
the
Right.
kitten?
Just chill.
You know what? Let's talk to your mom and dad first. No, I'm kidding. So tell everybody about this kitten that you apparently have gotten.
Okay, so
What's its name? COVID?
no.
Okay.
So it's a girl kitten, and her name is Abby, and so we got her from a cat breeder, and she's a baby cat. She's only a little bit
Kitten.
over 3 months old now, and she
she's
is still a
teeny.
kitten, and she's really teeny and really curious and feisty at night. Like at night, she comes up on your bed, gives you kisses, and then when you try to pet her, she bites you.
Wait a minute. So this kitten is sleeping with you?
Well, when I wake up, she's there,
When you-
and then in the daytime, she sleeps anywhere. I really don't know.
Yeah.
And she's also interested in the spindles upstairs, so we have to make sure she doesn't fall.
Because she could go through them and
What
fall.
what color is she? What does she look like?
White.
She's white, and then she's gray on her tail, gray on her legs, gray on her nose, and gray on her ears. She's a blue-mitted ragdoll,
Oh, pretty.
and she's really curious and really teeny and may be the runt of the litter. And when we first got her, she was purring a lot, and purring, it always...
Purring a lot or praying a lot?
Okay.
Maybe she was praying too. You don't know. Let this girl leave me alone, she probably thought.
Yeah.
She was purring a lot the first day we got her, because purring doesn't just mean they feel loved. It also means sometimes that they do it to soothe themselves.
Oh.
So she purred all day the first few days we had her, and then she stopped purring until sometimes we petted her and stuff. And she's very small, and she's really feisty at night. Like, she knocks her balls to the walls, and also...
So she has different sleep patterns than you do
Yeah, and
sometimes.
also, last night she jumped up on my sink and knocked over my brush, and it made a loud noise, and it scared me almost half to death. And also, she gets, like, everywhere, so it's really hard to find her, and she's, like, really quick. She's, like, zoom.
Now, is Abby your cat or the family's cat?
It's my cat. It was given to me.
Okay.
Abby is my cat.
It is her early Christmas, one of her early Christmas gifts.
Yeah.
So is the litter box your litter box or the family's litter box?
Well, it's the kitten's.
Good question.
It's the kitten's litter box. That's a pretty darn good answer, but I think you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's neat, though. Abby.
Yeah.
That's fun. Now, do you have any other pets?
No.
Okay.
No.
Jeff and Cindy, you two are attorneys. And
They're
I know,
lawyers.
Jeff, you were driving down to Henry County every day. What has it been like for you, and what has it been like for you in terms of practicing law in a situation like this?
Well, we shut down in March until May, and we weren't really equipped to work from home.
Really?
So when we say we shut down, they quit having court. So I'm a prosecutor, so without having court, there wasn't a whole lot going on.
And
like
the
I said,
cases were piling up, though, right?
right, cases were piling up. I mean, we could work some, but not as much as when things are open. And like I said, we weren't equipped to work from home. The county didn't have laptops. Court's not set up to work from home, so I had a lot of free time on my hands. So we got some house projects done.
Good.
And did a lot of reading outside. And the cars were probably the cleanest they've ever been since we've owned them. And
Has that continued in the fall, though? Do you still not have laptops?
no, now we're caught. They sort of pivoted, and we've got laptops now, and we reopened in May, and then had to shut it back down for a little bit towards the end of June, early July, because people, luckily no one in our office, but people in the building were testing positive.
So you're still driving down there?
So now I'm still driving down there mostly. Now with the numbers going back up, now we are, if we're not in court, we're working from home. So I don't necessarily have to go down every day, but if we have court, we're still not going in the courtrooms a lot. We're doing everything through Zoom, or trying to, but again, we weren't set up to handle the paperwork, and it's hard to do. It's hard to do everything that way.
It sounds like this has just made your job harder, which was already hard. I mean, it hasn't made it easier to do it.
No,
virtually.
I
mean, some people it's easier.
Right. With hers, she can do it without missing a beat, and with mine, it's totally different.
Well, let's talk about you, Cindy.
Yeah, so since, I guess, March, third week in March, I've been working home 100%. So I have not been into the office except the time when we had no power with that storm recently, Zeta, and we had no power on one day. Thursday was enough, but I was like, okay, I need to get some work done. So I had to go in Friday, because the office is open, but you have to get special authorization to go in. And there's like a skeleton crew that they have in the office, or we're in phase 1 now for the return to the office, and I'm not in phase 1, so it's fine with me. But
are you gonna miss it? Like when this is over and we can, like, are you going to be back in the office, or you think your job's going to change?
Well, I mean, I think this has accelerated the need to, the work from home was always just a thought really in the office. Like no one really did it, or they didn't think it was very important for collaboration to have people there, or so we said. And so now I think that will accelerate that our firm will be more flexible about having folks that want to work one day from home or whatever they want, just to be more flexible with their children or what. I mean, that's one thing that I think has been good about working from home is I've actually got to spend a lot of time with the kids because, you know, I take breaks, we have lunch, during the summer when it's not when they get home from school, I'm able to spend a little time with them, whereas before I was not, I would get home at 7:30 and I wouldn't see them all day, and that was it. So that's a blessing, I think, of being able to spend this time with them. And I even went to, Andrew had a little tennis match I was able to go to at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I wouldn't be able to do that when I was working. So
that is nice.
So I'm trying to take advantage of those opportunities when I have them. And okay, she's trying to interject, I think. She's probably, don't say anything negative about me being at home.
Okay.
Well, another question I've been asking people is, so have you stayed connected to the church or to God, or have you seen signs of God in your lives during this time? Does somebody want to go first?
I'll go.
All right, Andrew.
So, every Sunday we watch the live stream. At 10:30, you'd have to wake up Mom and Dad every morning.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
And by the way, thank you for doing that.
Yeah. So, we watched it every time, and then now that we're in person now, we're going to come every time.
Yeah. And you are a 6th grader, which means you are in youth group. And rumor has it, you've been coming to youth group on Sunday nights when you're here. How's that?
It's pretty fun because there's really not much else to do at the house. So.
Are the older kids nice to you? Like mine?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, so.
Why don't you talk about what you've done since the beginning of the school year with
right. So at the
relay
school,
exchange.
there's this relay exchange thing, and we last time we were at relay exchange, we made these Christmas.
This is
boxes.
a mother-daughter. Tell them what relay exchange
what
is.
that
Okay,
is.
it was a mother-daughter thing where you do stuff about God and stuff like that, and
You're being kind of silly. Just
okay, we read stuff about God, we memorize Bible verses, and we do projects. And the project we did last week was we made this little Christmas boxes for the homeless shelter.
Oh,
and
nice.
Stuff.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Also another, and also.
Is this through Whitfield?
yeah,
Okay.
it's through them. They I guess it's
And
some
also,
club that
I
they
have
started.
learned to cook and stuff, and my brother demands his breakfast, and whenever I'm like, do you want me to make scrambled eggs? He's like, no, I don't want scrambled eggs. He's really demanding.
Is that all you do is scrambled eggs?
No, I do toasted strudels, and I do toaster
Oh.
stuff and other stuff. So.
Yeah, toast and eggs.
She's interested in
Also,
it.
I help Mom melt the butter when she does pies, because one time she didn't melt the butter correctly. Okay.
Well, good. It's good that you're there keeping an eye on your mom, making sure she's doing right. And then, for the past 2 Sundays, you've been coming to in-person worship. So,
Right.
what does that feel like to you guys?
I kind of, it feels like the church is, the church sermon is shorter than it, because, on
The
live
sermon or the
stream,
service?
The service is shorter
Okay.
in person, because on live stream it's just longer, it feels like. And then also it's better because you know what you're going to be doing, instead of just, you don't know what you're going to be doing on live stream at church.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So-
Because you have the bulletin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
What grade? What
although-
grade are you in now, Charlotte?
I'm in 3rd grade. And also a negative thing about coming to church is that Abby has to cry all day.
Do you think she's crying?
No.
When we're not here, she stops crying and she
Yeah,
settles
when
down.
She's
Such-
very
such-
smart. She'll
such a-
cry when you first leave, and she'll be crying when you open the door because she hears the door open. But she was not crying 2 hours straight while we were gone.
And she's like, yeah. Once
What's
the
the
audience
point?
is gone.
Yeah.
Right.
What's
Yeah,
the
such,
point?
Exactly.
such a loud noise coming out of such a little body.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's only
Your parents have probably said that about you before.
Or Andrew, I guess.
Yeah.
Andrew used to chew on all things when he was a baby.
Now, I understand, Charlotte and Andrew, that one of your grandparents had a big birthday recently.
Oh yeah, Papa.
How old is he?
99.
Only 99.
Only 99. So how do you celebrate a 99th birthday during a pandemic?
We brought 2 cakes. Our cousins from Florida came up, And people got signs and stuff, and then
It's like his driveway. It's not like a normal driveway where it's just like a thing.
it's kind of goes
like
in
a horseshoe.
It's a circle. It's a
So
circle.
it made it
So,
easy for people
all they
to
have to do, they
drive
just
up
drive
and say
through.
hello and talk for a
Yeah.
minute.
Well, I met your grandfather, so tell him I said hello.
We also we got it. We got it like
He's
we
been to
got a
church.
ride. Also, we got a ride in this like old car thing.
Oh yeah, it was a 1940 car, 80 years old.
Wow.
Someone had like this.
It was
1940
really
car.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
gosh, you guys have been up to a lot, and I can tell that this cat is keeping the whole family entertained.
Yeah, because when the kids are at school and I'm home with the cat because I'm the only one there working.
Sometimes Mom
And I
brings-
feel sad for the cat because she cries in there, so I go get her, but then she doesn't want to come into my office.
And
She
then,
like,
when Mom brings her in the office, she like lays on Mom's papers and goes to sleep and
Oh my
jumps on
gosh.
stuff.
Well,
yeah,
He's a funny
she
cat.
kind
And
of puts
plays
her
with
body
the
where
wire.
she's not supposed to be, and then she
well, I'm looking forward to more Abby stories in the future. Thank you, Upchurches, for coming, and I'm glad you're doing well. All right. Well, y'all take
Okay.
care and have a happy Thanksgiving.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.